Hi, it's what, February 14th, 2019, Valentine's Day. This is Operation Find for Effect. What Operation Find for Effect stands for means that we fire with our voices. We don't use guns, but we're not held back from saying what we need to say. Okay, we don't belong to a national organization. That's the ongoing national organization. It's not that they're not qualified to say what I say. They are more than qualified. They're good organizations. Believe me, no matter what I've said in the past, we all got to try and get along. And the whole thing is that the national organizations are doing their part. But I have my part to do. And my part is that I have nothing that I owe anybody that keep me from saying what I want to say. Am I sarcastic? Yes, I am. And I will be constantly sarcastic to the issues on hand. You know, I think if I could write a book on sarcasm, I think I could make a big buck. Hey, that sounds like a good idea. But anyways, let me go right to the point. The issue tonight is what President Trump needs. He needs that wall. And every veteran that really, really believes that they love their family, they love everything of this country and what it provides and what it gives, should be standing behind President Trump. You know, just because he's not an Ivy League politician, okay? He's a business individual. He was picked by all of us. We didn't care if he was a business individual. I didn't care if he was a doctor or whatever. I just cared that we had somebody strong enough and a set of cojones to say what has to be done and say what has to be done. And President Trump is doing that. Though our Democratic friends, brothers and sisters don't like that because they see that he's got a lot of strength in what his voice can say. Okay, and that means that for those that may be illiterate, which I am at times, is that you don't understand. This man wants to change what's messed up. Messed up. Got it? What's messed up. And draining the swamps was one of probably the words that he used that you didn't like in the very beginning. But that's okay. Because that's what he's doing. He's getting rid of people one way or the other in every different fashion that imaginable. He's doing this. Okay? And you don't like it. The Democratic Party, and I don't say all Democrats are bad because I'm married to a Democrat, Does she got to put up with my stuff? Of course. And I got to put up with hers. But you know what? There's a mutual understanding. But that's beside the point. Caring about this country is what Trump's all about. The Democratic Party doesn't want it. They want to create as much chaos as possible. Hey, look, the taxes, they're going to kill us. Oh, we're going to be in trouble. That's Schumer and that's Nancy Pelosi. Matter of fact, I have Nancy Pelosi here that she's going to say a couple of words in a little while. And all of a sudden, President Trump is the evil individual. He's a monster. He's the monster that devoured Cleveland? I don't want to say that. Okay. It's just a term, part of a movie. Maybe that devoured those rats that are in the swamps. How's that? Today is a very important day. And Schumer doesn't like it, and Nancy Pelosi doesn't like it. A national emergency is going to be called after President Trump signs this bill. Okay? And Schumer doesn't like it. Nancy doesn't like it either. Well, why don't you give enough money so he doesn't have to do it? Schumer, the thing that I despise about you, and I don't really hate you because you're God gave you life and he gave me life. Okay? But that doesn't mean that I have to love you. Okay? It means that I can't stand you. Who are you to say to President Trump, you have to sign this. Sign this. You sound like Reagan when he was talking to, what's that dude in Russia, when he told him to knock down the walls. Well, you're trying to portray a movie star? You're nothing more than an individual that You already serve enough time in there. You think you own the Senate. You know? You think you own everything that you're saying. You own the politics, and you think you control everything. And Nancy, you're the other one. You're following this clown while he's following the other clown, and that's you. Okay? If you want to call that sarcastic, take it for what it is. I'll give you another one. Schumer, here's the person that you're working with. Nancy Pelosi. Okay? She is the brain of what you don't have. And you are the brain that she thinks she has. I hope that you can understand that what you're doing right now, saying that there's no problem on the other side of that fence over there at the border, is ridiculous. What if it was your kid being killed, captured, kidnapped? Schumer? Or Nancy Pelosi? I don't know what ties you have with anybody with authority or any powerful people, both of you guys, but you know what? I'm sorry. If you have that much power and believe what is good, why don't you just say, hey, look, drop that bill. We're going to increase that money. You don't have to declare national emergency. But you con that 1,100 some odd pages with a bunch of garbage in there because you want Trump to fall on his ass. Okay? I told you I wasn't going to swear. Ass is not a word. It's part of a body. You know, it's a rump with a slit in the middle, okay? Some people are skinny. Some people got big rumps, okay? But being an ass and saying to the president, sign that, disgusting. I hope the people and the veterans of this nation aren't stupid, which I don't think they are. You know, we already have our schools that are crowded. We already have people that are on welfare. We have people on the backside of this nation that lives out in the mountains, out there in the boonies, out there where land is not even known who's there. Some of these people have barely enough to live with. But you want to give away what you should be giving to these people, to those that are coming through this border, that are having babies, filling up these hospitals. They're having everything. They're given everything by the state when they have a baby over here. And then they're also United States citizens. I say take it all back, send them all back. They want to have a baby, let them have it on the other side of the border, down Mexico way. You know what I mean? And the other thing, is there a toll booth at the border? Every border should have a toll booth. You want to drive your product through here? This is what you got to pay. Help build that fence. Help build that wall. Help build what's going to keep the criminals out and help others make money the right way. We don't need illegals. Come in through the door the right way and we'll accept you. You don't want to come in through the door? Well, you're going back where you came from. Okay? You follow that trail, take that car, keep walking, go through the water, however you came. Get out of here. Unless you can come through these borders the right way, why should you be here? Criminals. We got a lot of criminals. We look at TV every night. We turn to the channel to 48 hours. We turn the channel to some other off-the-wall station. It's kill, 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 kill. Schumer, what are you doing about that? Nothing. You're more worried about hating Trump than anything else. You must hate yourself when you get up in the morning, you look in the mirror and brush your teeth. And Nancy, when you put that makeup on, you say, oh my God, look what's wrong with me. That's right, look what's wrong with you. You know, Nancy, I don't really mean that. No, I really don't mean that. But you know what? you've already got me to the point that anything I look at that resembles you, I say it's Nancy. I'll get Chuck shortly here, okay? So don't worry about that. So you'll have a partner, okay? Okay? Thank you, sweetheart. That's the way it is. You're not paying attention. You know, when we go out to vote, 2020, I hope that hell that President Trump wins like nobody's business, because the Democratic Party is going to be so furious. They got every Tom, Dick, and Harry running for president. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry. I tell you, I never seen anything. You got Cory Booker. He looks like an egg, you know. What's Booker stand for? A bookie. Mrs. Spartacus, a bookie. And, you know, and if you ever looked up Schumer's name, find out what the definition is for that. The Germans have a really good one. Okay? And we have it too. I'm not going to say it right here. I don't want to embarrass him. I might make him feel good. But he's no movie star. Nancy Pelosi, good Lord. You want to play hard. Why do you have to play hard? You probably, in your younger days, you probably was the sweetest lady ever. But you have to follow this clown because he hates Trump so much. Now you hate him so much. So I don't know which one to believe that hates him the most. You guys have a lottery? I don't know. But tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow the president's either going to sign it or not, or sign it and declare national emergency. I hope he declares national emergency. I hope he would have shut down the whole United States. Everything. Nancy Pelosi, you shouldn't be getting paid. Schumer shouldn't be getting paid. You guys got enough money in the bank to give your money to the people that you serve. That money that you're earning, you could give it to those individuals. You're whoring so much money, it's unbelievable. But yet, you know what? You're like a beggar. You'll take from anybody and you'll turn and stab them in the back. You know, what you're saying about Trump, President Trump, you're saying about us. If you don't like as a veteran, what we're saying and your presence, you'll turn your back on us and say, I don't want to help that individual. I know you're not going to help me. You're a phony baloney. What you do to President Trump, you're doing to your constituents. That whole thing. The whole kit and caboodle. So with that, I'm going to leave this with you tonight. In the Marine Corps, we say Semper Fi means always faithful. But Schumer, I can't say that to you. You're not a faithful individual. And please forgive me. Nancy, I don't mean that in a bad way. Okay? Think about it, Schumer. You call Mr. Trump maybe a dictator? Look in the mirror. Look how you're dictating. You're following everything as a dictator does. You're doing it. And you're phony with it. And people are believing. It's like a Pied Piper. That's what you are. Look, you're always like this. You got your head down like if you was an ostrich. With your ass up in the air and your head down in the hole. And when you come up, your glasses are right below you. You're just about ready to fall off your nose. And you want to make everybody believe that you're sincere. Sour. I bet you never ate a real bagel in your life, Schumer. And if you have, you probably stole it. Thank you and good night.